course, unfortunate that in this particular circumstance, which is of COVID-19, that has pretty much affected the entire subcontinent quite significantly. To be very honest with you, I was hoping to hear some notes on, issues related to science and technology and how science and technology could be leveraged in this particular at this particular point in time. And while I do see that in some areas there are some levels of, as we would call, as Mr. Jayat Tilaka rightly said, that there are donor agendas and some of the research is moving in that particular direction. And then, of course, it was heartening to hear SDPI working on issues related to food security, healthcare, and social protection. I think these are things that are issues of climate change that will remain for a long period of time. On the other hand, what really surprised me was that there was not too much mention on the idea of investment in clean energy or in the issue of investment in healthcare that could radically transform our societies going forward. And this is something that we have been trying to push with the government, especially now, that if there is going to be so much investment in recovery, it should happen in the areas of things that can help us over the next couple of decades rather than just the next year or so. And it should be in the areas of clean energy and climate. I think overall, it was interesting to note that all the countries in the subcontinent have faced a fairly harsh second wave, and it has really upended some of the uh, uh, operations of many of the organizations. As Mr. Dixit very nicely put it, saying that many donors have given them no cost extensions. But I find this term no cost extension very odd, because the cost is to the donor, not to the entity that is facing it. You still have to pay salaries to your employees, or you have to continue to keep them on the rolls. And so I don't understand this concept of a no cost extension. I mean, no cost to whom? So anyway, so that aside, my heart goes out to Asang in Myanmar. I'm sure they're facing a very difficult and tough situation, and I hope they will get out of this fairly soon and get back to a democratic setup. And I think that is something that we all wish for each other in the subcontinent. I will. I know there was a comment about women being affected more in this particular lockdown because the burden of children and taking care of them and families is more so on them. And I do feel that it's something that in our organization we have been fairly conscious of that. We have been fairly flexible in our ability to conduct work. We have not been too insistent on the same levels of productivity, but it is heartening to note that in some of the areas we have been fairly productive. The people have been productive. So I don't want to take too much into that. I think it is something that is a good thing to know. And I think the last note that I'll leave with is that we are going to get into a new normal. I think the very fact that SDPI gave up an entire floor and will not see them taking back that space is a very good indicator even for us that we might actually shrink the amount of space that we might have to use, and that effectively reduces our what I would call fixed costs or the core expenses, and maybe then we would be able to spend more of our time and effort on the research projects that are required. One of the things that think tanks can spend a lot more time and effort on is this aspect of infrastructural issues. And I think the topic did come up in the chat room also. While I did talk about energy infrastructure, healthcare infrastructure, I think this pandemic has also brought to rise the notion of digital infrastructure. While I do see the fact that in India, many of the vendors that I work with or I see, and maybe I'm also in Bangalore, so that's a very different ecosystem. I see a lot of people using digital infrastructure. I think this is a perfect time for that to be definitely part of that. The second one, I would like to also add to this idea that Famida brought upon, which I do want to at least bring out, is this idea of how do we make ourselves sustainable. If it's not for ourselves being sustainable, I think I would like to believe that we are providing particular value to society and coming up with ideas on what needs to be done going forward. And I feel that is one place where we need to spend some time sharing ideas on how we as think tanks can become more self-sustaining over a period of time, either in terms of our operations or in terms of the way we provide value to society. And it could be a combination of working on a certain set of things and collaborating on a certain set of things on that front. So I think I would leave with those two particular thoughts on this.